Well, first off, good morning, everybody. It's lovely to be here. 7:15, crisp, cool morning here in Minnetonka. I'm going to tell you a story about how I became a scuba diver and how that may relate to you, may not, but we'll get to the main story. So, there I was, Sea Camp San Diego, Marine Biology Camp. It was a warm summer day in the middle of July. I felt the warm sun on my face, the fresh salty air, I love that smell, and all my scuba gear on, like 30 pounds. Anyways, so I jump in the water. Frankly, no one told me that the waters in San Diego are terribly cold. So I'm shivering, but it's okay. I'm just gonna go down and descend and do my scuba dive. Now this was part of my scuba certification, so we gotta do some tests and stuff. So I was down 30 feet under, and we're on the sandy bottom. And we have to complete the simple task of removing the regulator and putting it back in. Well, for me, what this easy task became was a life-challenging situation. I take out the regulator, and as I'm putting it back in, I'm clearing, and once I take a breath, I get a breath of salt water instead. I was panicked. I didn't know what to do. Tried clearing it, took in another breath, another gulp of water, and I'm at the point now where either one more breath of water will be the end or breath of air will save me. And so my dive master takes it from me, clears it, one more breath, and I'm good. But at that moment, I was ready to be done. Like, I was panicked. I could feel the mask suction to my face as I wanted to sniffle and cry. But then I saw it. About 3 feet away, there was a giant black baby sea bass with eyes the size of golf balls. The fish looked at me, I looked at it. It was like, hey, I'm a fish. Yes. So, after that, I had a choice. Either stop diving, it's seriously dangerous. You can harm yourself or even die. Or continue diving and hopefully lead to something more than just the black sea bass. Discover Titanic. Something like that. And so, today, I am a certified advanced rescue and open water scuba diver. No big deal. And this has seriously led to a future goal of mine and how I want to continue my scuba diving through research, through rescue, every way. And so, I guess why I'm telling you this is that it's passion driven. It's something that I want to do and want to continue doing. I don't want to see any of you let go of what you like to do just because there isn't a job for it, there isn't an outlet for you to do it, because that's where you discover those outlets and make those a reality. The people who want to find money in life, they're going to do it. They're going to go to a business office every day, have meetings, be bored. I'll be out in the ocean, diving, doing stuff that I love, and hopefully get me to somewhere larger that I can expand that passion to somebody else. And so, I also would like to talk about the fish, that baby black sea bass. That sea bass represents opportunity. As it swam by, it was either, Isabel, you can continue to dive, keep going, or I could have just let it pass me by and not seen it at all. And so, opportunities come, and they may not come right at you. They'll give you a glance of what you can see, but it's your choice to grab on and continue with it, or to just let it go. And so, opportunities come and go, and it's your choice to take them. Whether good or bad, they'll come. But sometimes you have to find them yourself. So maybe I'll have to go back and find that sea bass, stare it down in the face again, and be like, hey, you're a fish, I'm a human. Let's go. And so, people that also inspire me are passion-driven people. I look at musicians mostly just because I had been an aspiring musician myself, 5 years at band camp, but I was never at the same skill level as my best friend Jack Boyer, who lives in Bemidji, Minnesota, who I went to band camp with. Jack is one of the most talented musicians I know, very musically inclined, both singing and instrumental. And so I always looked at him as someone who just could play his heart out and makes my heart melt whenever he does. But it's those kind of people that we have to admire, who take their skill set and use it towards something larger, that know their talents and want to pursue that. Those are the kind of people that we should be looking to. And that is the kind of place that I want to continue where my future is. Because the U.S. Coast Guard, that's the kind of place that one person is part of such a larger whole. And we must remind ourselves that sometimes that we're the smaller piece of a larger puzzle. And if you can look for a goal or something that pushes you further, it's great. Now, all these passion things must be realistic. You have goals and things that you set in your life, but make sure they're realistic ones. You can't just go out there and be like, hey, I'm gonna take over the world. Well, have that set mind and be realistic about it. And just know that you can climb your own mountain. They're your own finish lines. You set goals, you finish them where you feel they're finished. There's no set boundary of where you have to be versus where someone else has to end. And in this track meet of life, we run, there'll be those who stop and just stay there. But your life is always running. You don't want to reach the finish till the end. And so, basically there will be people that just stop and are satisfied with life and will live in static the rest of their life. Daily routine of normalness. But what about us? We want to keep going. Keep climbing and climbing and climbing until we reach the top. Keep going. And those people that are sitting, they won't help you, or you don't help them up, because they'll just be there. So you can join them, or you can keep going. Determined. Now, there are these little pieces of chance that kind of can change your life direction. And don't be afraid of those. Actually, the reason why I went to sea camp was because I couldn't go to science camp one year. I was so sad. The registration had closed, and I was like, Mom, why didn't you sign me up in time? I was like, I'm sorry, Isabel. We'll look at science and other camps for you. Well, so we found the sea camp in San Diego, and I was like, oh, I like sea animals. Let's go. So I went out to sea camp. First year, we just did snorkel dorkel. Super fun. Snorkeling. And so then the next year was saying, hey, you can learn how to scuba dive if we come again. I was like, sure, let's do it. So these little things in life, these mess ups, these changes, whatever, embrace them with some kind of optimism and readiness. They might not end well, but they may lead you to something better. Yes. So I guess what I like to say, my little slogan, just go for it. Do it and discover new things. Be yourself. Go for it. We'll end it at that.